All right, hey everybody, we're back with another news feed here for you. This one about Jeep and the recalls. And sorry you're going to see it like this, no green screen or anything like that. We're again dealing with the hurricane down here. We haven't had power in a week, and we're probably not going to have power for another week. So it's pretty crazy. But right here, we got just happened yesterday. Over 190,000 Jeep hybrids recalled for dangerous battery risk. Are you affected? Again, park outside order. That's what we want to really talk about today. We're going to dive into this more deep about the EVs burning up and the reality of this. But with this said here, it's not a good day for electric Jeep owners. Stellantis announced 194,000 plug-in. These are the 4xe versions. 13 fires have been reported with the vehicles are parked and turned off. Understand the reality of that. Parked and turned off. And these things don't just catch on fire, they can actually blow up. Okay, it's pretty crazy when you actually research this and look at the aftermath of these things, and it's not good. And these fires, they give off tremendous chemicals. They got to burn super crazy, super hot. It's an ugly scenario here. Well, the recall impacts 2020 through 2024 Wrangler 4xe and 22 through 24 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe models. And of all the affected vehicles, 154,000 are located in the United States, 14,000 in Canada, 700 in Mexico. And then 26,000 outside of North America. Stellantis estimates that only 5% of the recall vehicles, approximately 97,000 units, have been affected, which involves damage to the battery cell separator. So, and here's what it is. Remember that we'll get to that in 1 second. Here, look right here. This issue was discovered after routine review of customer data led to an internal investigation into reported fires. In response, the company has advised owners to avoid charging your Jeep and to park it away from structures or populated areas. Okay, they're a ticking time bomb, and it's not just the Jeep 4xEs, not at all. This is all EVs today. We'll cover that. I'm sorry, but this whole EV thing is not worth it. I don't understand. But we'll look at that in a second. Let's finish this out, okay? And it's also people that had this done got to come back and get it again, okay? If you have this, you're going to get a notice in the mail by October 17th. That's one of the quickest I've ever heard of. That's very impressive, okay? The remedy involves updating the high voltage battery pack software and replacing the battery pack assembly if necessary. Owners should receive a notice in the mail by October 17th. That's literally like, that's, what is that? That's 15 days from now. That's quicker than anybody else has put out a letter on a recall. That's very impressive. This isn't the first time hybrid Jeep has faced a fire risk. In November 2023, a recall was issued for 32,000 Wrangler hybrids from model year 21 to 23 due to potential internal failures in high voltage batteries. Around 1% of these, 321 units were suspected to have the defect. If your vehicle was also recalled at that time, you will need it to bring it back for the new recall. You don't get away again, so you have to bring it back. Even if you brought it in 2023 for the same issue, you got to do it again now. It says right here too, fire, batteries, and electric vehicles are growing. Here's the problem. Other car-related battery fires have made headlines recently as Hurricane Helene devastated Florida and other parts of the East Coast. Oh, come on. No. It's a FedEx truck, and I'm waiting on stuff, and he just drove right by. Probably not even on that truck yet. But this hurricane is where we're sitting right now. Like I said, it was brutal here. It looks like a war zone here. We lost so many limbs. So many houses had roofs ripped off. Again, 70% of Georgia was out of power. It's brutal. It'll probably be a total of 14 days time that I will not have power in the house. It's ridiculous. So it's been a real struggle here. But since Hurricane Helene devastated Florida, electric and hybrid cars have been exposed to salt water. Salt water and lithium do not mix, and leading to short circuits that are also difficult for firefighters to extinguish. When a lithium battery catches on fire, they can't just hit it with a fire extinguisher and put it out. They basically got to let them burn themselves out in your garage. Okay, let that sink in. The simpler solution is to wait until all of the flammable battery material burns out. That's what they got to do. Park it outside for your safety of your family. This is not a hit on cars. This is not a knock on Tesla or Hyundai or Chevy or Toyota or Jeep or whatever. This is not any of that. This is a reality to keep your family safe. I don't care if you like your garage and you got to park in your garage so your car doesn't get, bird poop on it or get rained on or water spots. Park the thing outside if it's an EV or a hybrid. Don't ever put it in your garage. Not even after you get this recall. Never put a hybrid in your garage. My opinion, period. Because they all have it. We'll cover that in a minute. They all have this problem. We will dive into that very, very quickly here. They go on to tell you how you can find out if, right here too. A Tesla in Florida caught on fire and being submerged in salt water. Firefighters reported we sprayed about 200 gallons per minute at the car and it took us 45 minutes to extinguish. Let that sink in. 200 gallons per minute at the car, and it took 45 minutes to extinguish. You want that in your garage, connected to your house, where your family sleeps? And yet people will comment on this. Their comments on this are going to hit me hard. They're going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. They're safe. This is just a one-off. This doesn't happen. Oh, it's fine. You do whatever you want to do. I would never park a hybrid vehicle in my garage. I don't even own a garage, but I wouldn't if I did. So anyway, here we go. Moving on from there. Let's look at this right here. Okay, right here it says, from Consumer Affairs, nearly 1/5 of sold EVs are recalled over battery and charging issues. This is a reality of it right here. Okay, it says right here, as of July 2024, battery charging problems have caused automakers to recall 17% of EVs and 11% of plug-in EV hybrids. Sorry, like I said, you're hearing power trucks go by. Since sold in 2015. In total, 650,000 EVs and more than 81,000 plug-in hybrids have been recalled. Let's take a look at this. EV recalls for battery charging issues, a risk alone for the EVs. You can see that recall numbers here on how much they've been going up for EVs and for plug-in hybrids, but this list also matches with how many are being sold. So, and you can see here they're getting better from 23 to 24. So here's the peak of the EV craze as we've seen so far, and they're starting to get better with them. So that's good, and it's better, but here's the fire risk problem, okay? Look at the numbers of these. On the battery fire, overheating due to charging, risking, software issues. These are fire risks, okay? Not crash risks. These are the chance of your EV or hybrid catching on fire. These are the numbers right here, compared to the issues of a crash risk or something like that happening. Right here, this is how bad it really is, okay? 200,000 battery fire. Then the rest of these are all caused fire. Even software issues causing 20,000 of them. Okay, this is ridiculous. Failing charging equipment, even 172. I mean, this is bad. Fire risk stuff here. Batteries on fire. Okay, in the past, Chevy Bolt sparked a blaze in a garage in Virginia, resulted in $235,000 of property. We know even overseas, like in Korea and stuff, you're not allowed to park any EVs inside of parking structures anymore. You're not allowed to park them in apartment complexes, indoor garages anymore. It's just, this is the reality of it. And people are like, well, my EV's not going to have that problem. Every EV brand out there has had a fire risk issue, and every one of them have caught on fire. This is the reality right here of putting one in, even outside. Look at this one right here. It's outside even, but look at the damage to the house just with it being outside. That's still much better than it being in here and this whole thing going up and your family being in real trouble. Okay, these things don't play around. This is the reality of them for a long time. When you have this big of a battery sitting right there and this kind of stuff that can happen, this is the world we live in now. And, you know, people are like, oh, Teslas never catch on fire. Well, here's a bunch of Teslas caught on fire here. Okay, don't think for a second that your vehicle is not susceptible to this happening. So if you have an EV or a hybrid vehicle, understand that you need to park it outside for the safety of your family. Disagree with me all you want. Call me whatever you want. Just I'm trying to keep you guys alive and keep you safe. This is not a joke here, and it happens at any given time. So, I mean, heck, my Gladiator is under risk of catching on fire because of an electrical connection. I wouldn't park it in a garage. I'm not sleeping in it right now, okay? I mean, it's not, I'm not trying to pick on EVs. I'm just telling you, I've made so many videos about this or included them in newsfeed videos, yet every time I do, there's always 5 or 10 people that jump in and tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about. They're the safest thing in the world. This will never happen. It's blown out of proportion. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh my God. Heed the warning or don't. There you go. Comments below, put them down. Let me know what you're thinking. Thanks for watching.